Ladies and gentlemen, if you thought that the cover-up was bad before, buckle up because today we have what John Brennan never wanted you to see. The hidden FBI tapes are real. They're out. And they just blew a hole straight through one of the biggest political lies ever told to the American people. Guys, this is the nightmare Brennan, Comey, and every other shady insider prayed would stay buried. But the dam broke. And now we know exactly who signed off on the spying, the sabotage, the lies, the courts, and who is about to face all kinds of justice that they never saw coming. Now, remember the fake Russia hoax that they sold you to destroy President Trump? Drop a yes in the comments down below if you remember that. Remember how they swore Epstein's secrets were sealed forever, or how Joe Biden's own doctor ducked and ran when they basically when they pressed for the truth about who was really in charge? Anybody remember any of that stuff? Yeah, well, today we're going to go ahead and connect every single dot, the tapes, the blacklists, the secret files, the Fifth Amendment pleas, and yes, of course, how the new Trump administration is quietly tearing the lid off of all of it. So stay right here, guys, because before we are done today, you're going to see why Brennan's lawyer is sweating bullets while the FBI has nowhere left to hide these secrets, and why, for once, the American people might actually get to the truth, the full truth that they've been denied for years. So don't blink, guys. The tapes are leaked. The cover up is dead. And John Brennan's worst nightmare is just beginning. If you appreciate the news updates, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for your support, guys. Seriously. All right, let's go and break open what just happened. All right. For years, John Brennan sat at the top of the intelligence food chain, smug, untouchable, protected by the same insiders who sold America the Russia hoax, right? But now the walls are closing in because these newly leaked FBI tapes confirm exactly what John Brennan feared the most. The proof is real and it can't be hidden anymore. So what's on these tapes? Well, insiders inside Brennan's own orbit talking on record. They're talking about how they pushed the fake Trump Russia narrative from day one. Unbelievable, right? Not only that, though, the tapes catch FBI handlers discussing how to bury the trail, how to keep Congress out, how to keep the American people in the dark. Now, think about that. Years of excuses, talking heads, claiming that there's no evidence, gone. The excuse factory just ran out of gas because this leak doesn't just suggest some wrongdoing here. It shows it, okay? And guess who was waiting for this moment? Anybody have any guesses? Well, President Trump was waiting for this moment. I mean, he said it from day one that sunlight is the best disinfectant. And now that sunlight just scorched and torched the last shadows that these guys were hiding in. So, oh, and what about John Brennan, right? Well, more importantly, who's standing next to John Brennan? John Brennan is not the only one sweating right now because these tapes just ripped open a whole huge conspiracy that runs straight through one name that you're going to know well, James Comey. So let's talk about the fallout, shall we? So the FBI's probe into John Brennan isn't just a formality. It's criminal. Okay. And the tapes just give it teeth. Remember, it was Trump's own former director of national intelligence, John Ratcliffe, who hand-delivered evidence to the FBI brass, blowing the lid off of John Brennan's games, okay? And who was right there next to Brennan? Comey. These two stoogers orchestrated the entire spin machine that painted Trump as compromised, while they were the ones that were cutting corners, lying to the FISA, to the FISA court, spying on a sitting president. A direct attack on your vote, your voice, and your trust. And you know what? Here's what's really different this time. Okay, guys, this administration isn't pretending it never happened. Trump's team is ripping the duct tape off of every box that the old DOJ and the swamp stuffed in a basement. Okay, the days of sweeping it under the rug, they're over. And you know what Social Security does not come with? A raise. This is why back chapter, because they find raises hiding in your bills. Let me tell you something. Matter of fact, let's let Ed tell you something. Ed, 84 years old, he said it best. He said, look, I'm saving $684 a year. Whoa. Who wants to save $684 a year? Now, I can't promise you that, But I can't tell you what Ed said. So Ed said, I'm saving $684 a year. That's groceries, medicine. I can breathe again. Buck, another YouTube viewer, he left a comment as well. He's been using us forever. He said $166 a month back. That is a sweet raise. Feels good. Guys, look, I can't promise you $684 a year. I cannot promise you're going to get $166 back per month. But what I can say is you'll never know unless you call Chapter. And the cool thing is Chapter, the folks at Chapter are so nice. The phone call is 100% free. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So give our friends at Chapter a call. Phone number is 909-563-8279, or click the link down below in the pinned comment at askchapter.org/Ron. Guys, I can't wait for more good news messages like this. All right. So I want to dig down into the rotten core of this whole entire operation, that fake dossier. Okay. Remember that they sold it to the media. They whispered it in back rooms. They used it as their golden ticket to spy on President Trump and his team before and after he took office. And the news tapes prove it was never some harmless mistake. In fact, inside those leaked conversations, top FBI brass under Brennan's blessing admit that they knew that the dossier was garbage. They knew it wouldn't hold them in court. So what did they do? They ran it anyway. They misled the FISA judges, the FISA judges. They bypassed the normal checks, and they forced open the door to spy on a sitting president and every American who stood with him. That's not politics. This is abuse of power at the highest level. And guess who swore it would end? Huh? Trump, of course. President Trump swore that it would end. He promised to end the era of weaponized surveillance against American citizens. And now, with these leaks, he's got the receipts to show exactly why that promise mattered. Drop a 47 in the comments for this massive breakthrough. But if you think that the spying was bad, wait until you see how this same dirty network helped bury one of the darkest secrets in modern American history, the Epstein files. That's right, guys. Let's go and bring it on back, right? Because while Brennan and his allies were busy spinning Russia hoaxes and fabricating surveillance loopholes, they were also guarding the keys to the vault on Epstein. Okay. Now, we know there are troves and troves of sealed files, victim testimonies, flight logs, video footage from hidden cameras in Epstein's mansions. Yet the same DOJ and FBI big shots kept that evidence padlocked. Why? To protect who exactly? Well, more than a few whispers have floated Brennan's name right alongside the other powerful elites desperate to keep the trove buried. Same tactics: stall, redact, threaten, silence, just like they did to keep the Russia hoax alive. And the difference now? President Trump's administration isn't just letting that pile of secrets sit there and rot. He's pushing for the full release. No excuses, no redactions that protect the powerful while leaving the victims in the dark. Because the American people didn't just get played by spies. They got betrayed by an entire circle who thought that they would never be caught. So what happens when the stonewallers start folding? When the same folks hiding Brennan's tapes, pleading the fifth to protect Biden's secrets? Well, let's switch gears just for a second here, because while Brennan's dirty secrets spill out, the old guard is scrambling to slam doors shut wherever they can. Okay. I mean, just look at Biden's former White House physician. Y'all remember Kevin O'Connor, that guy? When the oversight committee called him in to explain what he knew about Biden's mental fitness while he was in office, he didn't stand tall. He didn't defend his answers. He hid behind the Fifth Amendment. Think about that, guys. The president's own doctor refusing to answer basic questions about whether the man in the highest seat was even fit to run the country. Why would you plead the fifth if you have nothing to hide, right? Why clam up if the truth clears your name? Oh, and here's the real kicker. It took the administration, this administration, President Trump's administration, to finally strip away the old executive privilege that was shielding these people from real questions. For the first time, the same insiders who once hid behind the Oval Office are being forced under oath to answer for what they covered up. But the panic isn't just about Biden's doctor or Brennan alone. This leak is forcing every door that they thought would stay sealed forever. It's forcing every one of those doors wide the heck open. And that right there, guys, this is why Brennan's nightmare is just the beginning, because this is the new normal. Now, quick heads up, guys, if you want the real updates before they hit your feed, grab my free breaking news newsletter. Link is in the pinned comment down below. All right. So you see when tapes like this surface, real evidence, it's not just another scandal of the week. This isn't a rumor that you can bury in late night headlines and bury deeper with spin. This blows the hinges off closed investigations. Congress can't look away now. The proof is sitting on their desk. Prosecutors have new leverage to bring real changes. Brennan can't hide behind old handlers or get a cushy CNN contract and go ahead and laugh it off. No. If these tapes show conspiracy to defraud the American people, it's game over for those who thought that they were untouchable. And what's driving it? Well, smart, strategic leadership that's not afraid to shine a spotlight in the darkest corners. President Trump's team is doing exactly what they promised. Drag the swamp into daylight, force the questions, force the files open, and restore trust in the agencies that were turned against you. Okay, now, you better believe that those same insiders aren't done fighting back. Oh, and guess what, guys? They're out of excuses. All right, so how did Brennan and his old guard get away with burying this for so long? Well, I think it's simple. They counted on activist judges to do what they couldn't do themselves: shut down accountability. You've seen it for years. Lower court judges blocking real oversight, rewriting the rules to keep deep state players safe while everyday Americans get stonewalled, right? And you saw it with Justice Jackson too, pushing to expand the power of district judges far beyond what the Constitution ever intended. The same blueprint every time. If they can't win with facts, they hide behind friendly courts. But here's the part that they did not see coming. This new leadership, President Trump's leadership, they saw right through that playbook. New appointments, sharper oversight, real consequences, guys. The firewall they built is full of cracks, because when evidence leaks this big, even the most partisan bench cannot keep the truth locked away forever. Oh, and this is why Brennan's worst nightmare isn't just about him. It's not just about him. It's about what happens next, because now the American people have a chance to finish what was started. Now, look, draining the swamp was never just a slogan for President Trump. It was a real promise. It's real names, real files, real accountability, not backroom deals, not excuses. The real thing. Brennan's nightmare is your victory, because every hidden tape, every sealed folder, every classified secret used to protect the powerful is now fair game. Guys, the trust that was betrayed is being rebuilt right in front of our eyes. So, will Brennan flip to save himself? Will he, slither away? Will Comey try to cut a deal? Will more insiders come clean before they get dragged under too? Oh, and what about the Epstein files? Will they finally crack that vault wide open? Well, one thing is clear, guys. The president and his team are not blinking. Every lie, every buried tape, every hidden name exposed. No more shadows, no more excuses. So here's what you do next. Stay locked in, guys. Stay loud, stay ready, because Brennan's nightmare is only the beginning of this cleanup. The country has deserved this cleanup for decades, right? I want you to smash that like button, share this truth with everyone you know, and don't let these new leaks get buried under more media spin, okay? The cover-up isn't worse anymore. It's dead, okay? Oh, and listen, if you thought this was big, wait until you see what's coming for you right now. Now, YouTube thinks that you're going to really enjoy the next video that just popped up on your screen. I think it might be over here. And they're right. So click on that video right now. Keep the truth rolling, and I'll see you guys over there.